Have you ever heard of Skinwalkers? A paranormal investigation team captured some disturbing footage. Just a heads up, this video contains horror elements, so watch at your own risk. One of our followers strongly recommended this movie. Alright, let's do it. Today we're talking about the Malibu tapes. The story starts with a disappearance 14 years ago. Back then, the Malibu High senior class had just graduated, but 4 local grads mysteriously vanished. Surveillance footage showed the 4 of them getting into a white van, the last time they were seen. After it happened, the police conducted a massive grid search of the area, but in the end, all they found was their camera. Although the camera's contents provided some clues, the investigation hit a dead end 3 months later. The 4 high schoolers were nowhere to be found, no sign of them, dead or alive. Finally, the police just wrapped up the case and declared them dead. Now, an investigation team has gotten a copy of the camera's memory card and pieced together everything that happened before they disappeared. Unexpectedly, it revealed a dark and violent history, seemingly recording evidence of paranormal entities. Let's see what they actually went through. Back in the summer of 2012, a group of recent college graduates were out celebrating and partying together. Always looking for a bit of real excitement, Jack made a bold promise of a special surprise: the legendary long-vacant Torrance estate, located way out in Malibu. It took them a full 3 hours of driving through the night before they finally reached their destination. Since the main gate was firmly locked tight, they had no choice but to get out of the car and walk the remaining distance the rest of the way.
Let's move out.
Oh shit, I'm on batteries.
You have more?
Yeah.
This massive estate covers 1,422 acres, surrounded by old-growth forest. This area has been home to Native American tribes for thousands of years and holds deep spiritual significance for them. Local shamans say it was used for sacred rituals and served as a communal burial ground for their people. In 1902, the local tribe was evicted, the land was seized, and later sold to a wealthy man, Jack's great-great-grandfather. Since then, it's been Torrance family property. After walking for a long time, Jack found a stone on the ground carved with mysterious symbols. No one knew what it meant, and there was more than one. They looked ancient. They guessed these might be old gravestones. In fact, these stones are totems used by the locals to bring spirits back into the world. The group continued on and found a cave. Inside, the walls were covered in eerie symbols, very similar to the markings on the stones. Without a second thought, they kept going deeper, where they found even more creepy totems.
It allowed evil spirits with supernatural powers to cross over and bring a horrible death to all those who encountered it, like skinwalkers who had the ability to steal the skin and absorb themselves into the human body. Fuck you, you asshole. Fuck this.
What's the matter?
The group didn't go any further and turned to leave the cave. Those symbols actually represent gates to other worlds. This cave is also considered extremely sacred by the locals. Shamans believe people can travel back and forth between the realms of the living and the dead. When the gates open, unwelcome spirits cross over. Mostly innocent souls, but sometimes malevolent ones that bring terror to anyone who encounters them. The 4 finally reached the summit before dark, where they'd set up camp for the night. Everyone was thrilled, just as Jack and the rest of the group were busy setting up their tents, Carlos suddenly felt quite unwell and began to vomit right there on the ground. Jack immediately suspected that it must have been those muffins Little Black brought along that had gone bad. Before long, the sky began to grow dark, and Carlos's condition only seemed to get much worse.
Oh! Where are you going? Hey. Wait, I need to know, are you actually doing okay right now?
What the fuck is that supposed to be, man? Did you guys actually see that crazy thing?
What exactly is what? What are you talking about, Los?
Do you see anything at all out there? What exactly are you looking at? There is absolutely nothing there, man. There is... Oh, fuck.
Carlos witnessed something that the rest of the group simply couldn't see. The playback revealed strange frames that looked exactly like ghostly apparitions. In the aftermath, Carlos's condition began to deteriorate rapidly. Little Black desperately wanted to call for some help, but Jack insisted there was no signal and that Carlos just needed to get some sleep. However, Carlos kept insisting that he had seen a terrifying monster lurking in the woods. Witnessing his sheer panic, Little Black suggested that they should head back to the car. Tyler argued that it was far too dark and dangerous to attempt a hike at night. With no other choice, Little Black and Jack went to find some firewood to start a fire. By midnight, something strange happened again. Carlos was sitting outside alone in the dark, staring up at the sky, motionless, as if watching something. Meanwhile, Little Black discovered human remains. Regardless, the remains proved it was dangerous there. Jack got angry and decided they would leave first thing in the morning. However, when they returned to camp, Jack found his rifle missing, and Carlos ways. No ways. The 3 of them were forced to search through the darkness, and they eventually managed to find Carlos inside of a cave.
Fuck, god damn it all, fuck me, man, seriously. Oh my god, Jesus Christ, please, just listen. Los, come on, stop playing around. We need to go right now. Carlos, look at me. You're not even moving an inch. Los, come on. Let's just head back to the camp, okay?
Just shut the fuck up. Listen, what the fuck is that supposed to be?
What the fuck is going on around here?
What's that shit?
Can you see anything out there at all? Holy shit, what in the hell is that thing? What the fuck is actually going on here right now?
Look at Lost.
The video ends abruptly there. Investigators believe the group likely encountered a cave-in and died inside, their bodies perhaps dragged away and eaten by wild animals. But is that really what happened? Analyzing the video frame by frame, the team found camera interference, a common sign of paranormal activity. Seeking the truth, they visited the cave. They set up gear and a spirit box to contact the dead. If a spirit neared, the detector would light up, signaling electrical shifts. They also set up state-of-the-art motion-sensing static cameras in the perimeter around the camp. Nothing could pass by without being caught on camera. With everything ready, the team began the summoning ritual. May lit a candle, then told everyone to stay still as she turned on the spirit box.
Is there anyone currently present in this room with us right now? If you are there, please provide us with some kind of sign.
After several attempts, the box didn't respond, but suddenly the detector began to fluctuate.
What the fuck was that supposed to be? Did anyone happen to see anything at all?
It turned out the thermal imaging camera had fallen over. Finding nothing, the group decided to call it a night. However, when Matt checked the footage, he made a shocking discovery. The camera seemed to have suffered some kind of interference, and several light sources appeared behind them for a second. Everyone was quite excited. The cave was much larger than they had expected. After several hours of exploration, they still hadn't finished. The team found and recorded dozens of different symbols and markings, likely left by indigenous people. After finishing, everyone fell into a deep sleep. However, right in the middle of the night, Lily woke up both Josh and Matt because she had made a truly startling new discovery. She had successfully recovered all the deleted outtakes from the memory card, and those files were now fully restored and ready for playback.
Oh shit, what the fuck was that?
No, that can't be real.
Jess, did you play that back?
Yeah, that's it.
Go through? What the hell? This bigger one. Holy shit, that's colors.
Issue, DC Speaker 2. That's Carlos. Could he be possessed by an evil spirit? That's the legendary Skinwalker. Everyone's confused, but May pulls out a book about them. Skinwalkers can only be summoned by a powerful shaman, and once summoned, they can enter the body of a volunteer, or someone who's physically weak. Clearly, Carlos was the weak one. Once they inhabit a body, they can change their shape and appearance. Josh wants to keep watching the footage, but he's about to see something even more hair-raising. RV. Shafi Speaker 2 is absolutely terrified by what they had witnessed. Any other person would have fled, but Jack and his partner defy all logic. They return to see if Blackie is still alive. Back at the cave, they hear his agonizing screams.
Oh, damn it, this is nuts. What is this?
Speaker 2 might find another clue in the book. It's the legendary Skinwalker. When it kills, it devours their souls so they can't seek revenge in the afterlife. But the video doesn't end there. When they turn the lights on, the monster is right in front of them. They scramble to escape, but get lost in the cave. A second later, Jack is dragged into the darkness, leaving a trail of blood. Tyler follows the trail, witnessing an even more horrific scene.
Close, what are you doing? Let's get out of here. Let's go, let's go. Close! Close, what are you doing? No! No! Close! Close!
Tyler races out of the cave, but can he really escape?
speaker one. Whoa, what happened?
V speaker 3. Don't know. Computer's frozen. V speaker 4. We have to go.
V speaker one.
May is growing restless. This is truly beyond their collective experience. She wants to leave right now. As mere volunteers, they might have inadvertently drawn the Skinwalker here. Carter is quick to agree. Just as Josh begins to hesitate, the detector suddenly reacts. The lights begin to flash wildly, absolutely terrifying everyone in the room. A malevolent spirit is drawing near. Moments later, the spirit box begins to run, and the camera starts recording on its own. Viva speaker 2. Mai is too scared to come out of the tent, but then she and the tent are dragged into the darkness. RV. Matt runs into the dark with a lamp. The others follow with glow sticks. May survives being dragged away. In the pitch black, she fumbles through the cave. Josh and Lily scan with her camera when a figure appears. It's just May, but Matt is gone. Soon an evil spirit possesses him. Desperate. The shot is shot, the shot is shot, ya finko sha, ya shot is sha, ya santa sha, ya set sha, ya santa sha, ya sa, ya sata sha, ya shirsa sha, ya fata sha, ya fata sha, ya sata sha, ya sata sha, ya sata sha, ya fata sha, ya free decide to split up. 5 speaker 2. Soon Josh finds a warm palm print on the wall, and not far away there's an eerie heat source. RV.
For speaker one. Matt, is that you? Or that? Oh shit. Oh no. Who is that?
Josh is frozen with fear, but he doesn't notice the figure slowly rising behind him. A second later, he's hoisted up and instantly torn apart. Meanwhile, the other two are still completely oblivious that both guys have already met their end. Once they return to camp, the high-speed camera starts working overtime. At the critical moment, Lily grabs the small knife from the monster's neck and gives him a stab. The Skinwalker flees immediately. Just as she's about to wake up May, she has no idea the Skinwalker is creeping up behind her, moving at 10 times the speed. Lily spins around and stabs again, right in the heart, and the Skinwalker collapses in the tent. When Lily opens the tent, she finds it's just a possessed Matt. With no time to think, Lily can only grab May and run, but after walking for a long time, they end up right back at the camp. A second later, May stares at Lily with a strange look and suddenly attacks her. Turns out May was possessed too. Screams echo through the cave, and that's where the story ends. As a found footage thriller, the Malibu tapes uses the classic formula of a cold case, cave exploration, and a supernatural curse, trying to replicate the documentary-style horror of the Blair Witch Project and Paranormal Activity. But it ultimately falls flat as a mediocre entry in a crowded genre. The film's creative premise can't support a full narrative, its flaws are glaring, and the plot is heavily formulaic. Furthermore, the character development is incredibly thin. The investigation team are all just plot devices with flat personalities and forced logic, making reckless moves just to move the story along, which makes it hard for the audience to empathize. Still, as a found footage horror flick, it's worth a watch.